you feeling today?
Today I feel African. Today I feel gay. Today I feel disabled. Today I feel...
Okay, Michael Scott, thanks for that.
We're all homos. Homo sapiens.
I'm Alex Clark. This is the first and only conservative daily pop culture news show. It's called Poplitics, and if you want clear skin and your crops to be watered, thumbs up this episode and tap the subscribe button. Now, I'll keep it short and sweet today because I know we're all getting ready for Thanksgiving, but I gotta touch on the mass murder of these college students in Idaho because I have a theory on what's going on there. Disney just randomly switched up their CEO last minute out of nowhere, and everyone is freaking out about it. This is a very spicy change. Then we'll end with Hot Take Tuesday discussing Olivia Culpo's worry that she won't be able to get pregnant, goldfish as big as cars, and the Chrisleys probably going to jail. No questions. We're just getting right into it.
No off-topic questions. Because I don't want to. No, permission denied. That's an off-topic questions next. You have been stopped.
If you're not watching the Idaho college student murder story, you need to be because this is really, really crazy. Kaylee Goncalves, 21, Madison Mogan, also 21, Xana Kernodle, 20, and Ethan Chapin, also 20, were found stabbed to death on November 13th in Moscow, Idaho. There were two other roommates at home who were not stabbed. They survived, and one of them made a phone call to 911 at 11:58 a.m. The police ruled out that neither of the surviving roommates have anything to do with the murders, but they do say that there were other people in the house when police arrived. The murder weapon has still not been found at the time we're recording this episode, and police say this investigation could take an extremely long time because now the university has let all the students go home for Thanksgiving, which, first of all, why was that approved? Every student should have been on lockdown until they could figure this out. Now, a potential killer just went home to eat Thanksgiving with their family. Police have no strong leads and say that more than 640 tips have been received and investigated. They say that they have more evidence than they know what to do with. They've conducted 90 interviews into the massacre so far. The whole thing is so bizarre. Now, here's what I think. A couple who lives 3 miles from where the murders took place there in Idaho have just come forward with a chilling experience. They had a mini Australian shepherd named Buddy, and they let him out to go to the bathroom right before they went to bed a week before these murders, and they think that there was someone waiting in the yard for Buddy in the dark because a few minutes later, that dog was found skinned from head to tail with just the fur on his paws and head remaining. Now, due to this new information, I believe there is a serial killer on the loose in Moscow, Idaho. I think it could very well be a student, and harming that poor dog was his first trial run because many serial killers start with harming animals before graduating to humans. More details could emerge this week while we're all with our families, but if you are from Idaho or you have a cousin or a sibling who goes to the same school as those girls, keep one eye open and bring up this case at Thanksgiving dinner, gauge their reaction. I'm just saying, maybe check their suitcase for a knife.
Stop it, you're scaring me.
Disney just forced out CEO Bob Chapek, who's been in charge the last 2 years as wokeness rose exponentially. They're replacing him with Bob Iger, the former CEO and Chapek's old boss. Now, this has everyone from Fortune 500 CEOs to the stock market shocked. There will be books written about this because there's never been a company that sacked a CEO in this manner, let alone Disney. And to announce this at 7 p.m. on a Sunday night tells me there is much more going on that is yet to come out. Obviously, it's interesting to think back on Chapek's disastrous fight with Governor Ron DeSantis, which under his watch also you saw Disney Plus domestic subscriber growth collapse, public approval of Disney has dropped, the Disney stock price has plummeted. The timing of this switch could suggest that Disney paid a price for the DeSantis fight and they realize that they are in dire circumstances. The real test will be to see if Iger, who is also left-wing, dials back the politics at all or moves them full speed ahead. I know the Disney CUTEservatives are happy about this news because they feel like Chapek instituted changes that ruin the magic of the parks. And if you're one of those people, you've got to explain for the class why in the comments. Basically, this really is a very, very, very big deal in the business world this week.
Wild card, yeah!
Here's 3 other stories you need to know before you go and take off for grandma's.
Hot Take Tuesday.
Olivia Culpo has a new reality show with her family on TLC, and in the most recent episode, she talked about how being diagnosed with endometriosis terrifies her that she may not be able to have children.
I mean, I want to have kids, but I have to, like, make sure that I can. It could be really hard for me to have babies, basically. Well, because of my surgery, because of my eggs, because of endometriosis.
You got it fixed, I thought.
It doesn't work like that. You have it forever. You live with it.
Todd and Julie Chrisley, the reality TV couple from Chrisley Knows Best, could face decades in prison after they were convicted of fraud and tax evasion in Atlanta. Todd Chrisley said outside of the courthouse, "We are fortunate to have the counsel that we have, and our family will stick together and walk this road because we know the good Lord will hold our hand and get us through."
I am going to turn a new leaf. I am ready for this. We're going to rock it out.
Okay. Perfect, that's what we want. All right, well, the race is about to start, so let's get seated. Come on.
Let's go!
That's a bit much, though.
This will give you nightmares. A British man caught the world's biggest goldfish that weighs 67 pounds and 4 ounces. I hate big fish. I am terrified of catfish, first of all, because they live in these nasty rivers, and some of them can be as big as Volkswagen Beetles. And now I guess I'm scared of wild goldfish. Something about giant fish that are not whales scares the crap out of me. Like, whales, we understand it. Like, they're supposed to be big. They were made that way. Goldfish, catfish, those types of fish, clownfish, whatever fish, they shouldn't be bigger than your hand, really. That just doesn't seem natural. Keep your giant fish pictures away from me! Get behind me, Satan.
What are you doing? I'm a fish!
Tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, we are dropping this week's episode of the Spillover podcast early. That way you can watch or listen to it while you're traveling. It is one of the wildest personal stories ever. This guest has been on Joe Rogan twice, so maybe you've heard of him before. He did something nuts in his own life that has made him an expert on talking to people you disagree with. So it's the perfect Thanksgiving episode when you might be seeing family members with different views than you. Subscribe to the Spillover anywhere you get your podcasts. Thumbs up, subscribe to this channel as well. Comment what animal you're irrationally afraid of. Besides fish for me, it is bunnies. I do not like them. Also, what is your theory on Disney doing this bait and switch with their CEO, and what you think on the Idaho student murders? I'd also like to just casually say that you need to set your calendars because there is going to be a new merch drop on Cyber Monday for Politics and the Spillover. Loyal CUTEservatives who have been actually watching each episode on YouTube, you're welcome. You will know this before everyone else. I am thankful for each and every one of you. Have a fabulous Thanksgiving. Next new Politics episode will be next Tuesday. It's pop culture without the propaganda every single day. I'm Alex Clark, and this is Politics.